Hi, this is Damien Foley, and this is my MBA journey at the Melbourne Business School. And today I'm going to be talking about a recap of halfway through week 4, and just to recap what's been happening at work as well for myself. First of all, financial management. I had that on Monday night, and we've been going over the capital budgeting decisions. So, looking at net present values, internal rates of return, uh, payback method, and various forms of how to calculate projects for determining viability or feasibility of those projects on a financial basis. We've also started this week our syndicate assignment. We've been given our groups of who we're going to be working with in those groups. So our group has already started the process of meeting up with each other and organising a time for that. So that's all happened this week. Our lecturer for financial management has also dropped a video for us, given the current economic circumstances, just to enlighten us with some of the things that we should be looking at in terms of what's going on in the current situation with COVID-19, the markets, the government. Very simple and very relevant to actually what we're studying for financial management. So looking at different things like the interest rates and internal rates of return and things like that. So all very interesting and very applicable to what we're doing when it comes to that for our subject. So doing financial management at this point in time has been very interesting because it's all happening right at this point in time. There's probably old playbooks are being used, new playbooks are being written because something like this has never really been played out. So on that basis, that it's from the wealth aspect, it's interesting what's going on from that aspect, from the wealth aspect of the impact of what's happening. Financial accounting, we had that last night. We've been looking at more around, again, accounting theory and recognition criteria. So, for example, asset and expenses recognition, liabilities recognition, types of adjustments that would be occurring as accrual adjustments. We've also started our syndicate, or been given our syndicates for our financial accounting assignment. So again, we literally have started working on that last night. Our members of our syndicate have all come together and started to identify ourselves and start to look towards planning how we meet and what the assignment looks like. So, and how we address it. Syndicate work, because the syndicates for the two subjects that I'm doing have happened at the same time. The due dates are probably going to be very close to each other. There's stuff that I've learned around doing the syndicate work. So the first one is teamwork. For those that are not used to working as part of a team, that are used to working as an individual, this can be something new and different for those people to come to relate to, as far as being able to work as part of a team. Those people that ordinarily work as an individual can generally go off and do things on their own course, but when you're working as part of a team, it's a different story. You have to work as a functioning unit most of the time. The assignment, if the assignments to be delivered is one piece of work and not elements of pieces of work, then you need to work as a team to come up with how you're going to what the content is, what the format of the assignment is. You all have to come to agreement to that, and then work out how you're going to work with each other. So doing the subject managing people last year really helps with that, when understanding, and first of all, managing people taught you to first understand yourself, about what type of person you are, as your openness, conscientiousness, extroverted, and all those. So neuroticism, acceptance, and all that. So that's the first thing. You have to know yourself, how you work and what you are like as an individual. Before then, you can then start to understand and relate and work with other people. And in doing so, working with other people, you can then start to identify their traits around that. So, and then work out how to best work with them around that based upon their traits. So that's the first thing. What we need noticing then is who takes the lead and who will be a follower. Again, managing people, what we learn from that is just because a good leader should also be able to be a good follower. Sometimes you have the people that will feel that they need to take the lead and two steps ahead of the team, but really you should be looking at sometimes you have to bring those people back into the fold and say, well, hang on, let's resolve this matter first before we start talking about something that's happening 2 steps later in advance. But that's something I've noticed in working part of teams. So, but those people are actually great because they're starting to think ahead of issues that we probably need to be considering at a future date to potentially start looking at now as well. So those people are great in that aspect as well, to have those as part of your team. Time management, this is probably the most critical part of doing syndicate work. We all have in our lives work, we have study, and then we have our personal life. So good time management around that is critical, as well as being able to prioritize what takes priority for what you're doing. So for certain people, there are aspects of their personal life, such as family, that they need to take care of first and foremost. For other people, that their work requires them to take priority with that over potentially their study at some point. And then because I'm working in now doing 2 subjects, I've got 2 syndicate groups. I now have to also manage my time between those 2 syndicate groups because they're not the same people. So we're all doing different subjects. So we need to manage our time between the 2 syndicate groups as well. So this all comes into play because we've only got so many hours in the day. So time management is absolutely critical when doing your syndicate assignment. What's happening with myself? Work, I can now disclose that I have been working on a report on the economic impact of the current economic conditions for Victorian Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander businesses. So I completed that, started doing that pretty much straight after exams in March. For my marketing exam, I pretty much jumped straight into doing that reporting work in studying and doing the studies as part of that straight away. So that's been a few weeks in the making, and we finally I'll provide that up to my management in Kinaway, and we'll be using that to better understand what the needs and how to service our members in our organisation will be. So that's what I've been working on, and now I'm sort of back to doing business reviews with our members and also just touching base with them around just how they're going as well in general. So that's what's been happening. That's it. So I'm going to sign off. This is Damien Foley. You can follow me on YouTube at Damien Foley. You can follow me on my website at www.damienfoley.com.au. The website is damienfoley.com/MBA. And then we've got LinkedIn at Damien Foley 1, Facebook, Damien Foley Official, and Instagram, DG Foley. Okay, guys, I'm signing out, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.